Okay, so I have talked to pretrial in regards to the violations as to tampering with the scram.
You need a translator anyway, right?
I guess
Did you get
so.
Ramirez?
Yes. So pretrial doesn't know exactly what was tampered with. He does work in construction. He wears boots, he wears socks. He does suffer from this condition called neuropathy, where he has to put like this cream on here. He says that scram actually has been causing him a lot of pain on his legs. So sometimes he shifts it to put the lotion or moves it. But since it was in the morning.
Hope House, right here. This is a classic tamper or medical explanation moment. The defendant claims neuropathy cream caused the scram to trigger. But in court, the device doesn't care about your lotion, it just logs tampering. Audience, what do you think? Honest mistake or a clever loophole? And notice how the timeline midnight to morning makes it tricky for the judge to decide intent. This is exactly where courtroom drama peaks.
He said it was probably like when he was at work with the boots. But there was no like BAC, no alcohol, nothing. It was just
Because a
tampering.
lot of times the way they do it, they tamper with it so that alcohol can't be detected. They'll put something in between the leg and the monitor to, evade. This is Enrique Ramirez.
This was,
A lot of times they'll say the tamper was from midnight to like 6 a.m. so that we know that there was something in between the leg or they've done something for that length of time. I don't know.
See the first one.
And it says alcohol was
began
detected.
on March 1st at 4:32 a.m. Returned to baseline at 2:40 p.m. That tamper was 10 hours and 8 minutes.
Come up, Mr. Ramirez.
I don't see the second one. I see the one on the first.
¿dónde es?
Tengo que te estás, que tienes alcohol en tu sistema y que estás fallando con la máquina también.
No, sir.
La máquina me dice otra cosa. I don't know what to tell you, Ms. Solis, but
Oh, I mean, pretrial doesn't have knowledge as far as like what was the tampering. I mean,
they can't. It's impossible.
I know that, Judge.
All we know is that the device is not detecting his skin for certain period of time, and at the same time, alcohol is detected.
¿Dónde estás el día primero y el día 8?
So let's do this. I need to get a translate here so I can properly translate and let him know what I'm going to. Oh, Plaza.
Yes.
Can I borrow you for a second, please? No, I just need you to help me translate.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Ramirez. You were instructed not to tamper or remove the device. We have 2 tamper events here, where on March 1st at 6:33 a.m. and the second one on March 10th of 2025 at 11 a.m. Alcohol was detected on the first event. Alcohol was not detected during the second tamper event. That's what I have. We need to do something with this case. It's 207 days old and he's now tampering with the device. So
I know, Judge. I mean, we're ready for plea today, but.
up the bond. You're tampering with the device and you're consuming alcohol. Told you not to. Let's do this. I'll send it for a drug and alcohol test right now and he'll.
Okay, Judge, yeah, because he has no status. If he goes in custody, he will get a nice hold.
I have admonished you ad nauseum not to violate conditions, because if you go to jail, there will be serious consequences. And we now have tamper events and a positive alcohol rating. I am now going to send you for an alcohol and drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, that you will test positive and you're to come right back. And we'll see.
Yeah,
If you
because he
wanna
does say, he does use the creams on his arms and hands, so it doesn't have a BAC level or anything in regards to the scram, so.
Advised of.
I understand, Judge, I understand.
All I know is that alcohol was detected and he's tampering with the device.
Okay, all right, Judge. All right, well, so I'll step out and then, okay, thank you.
What's up, man?
I'm here for Ricardo. He just said he just wanted to
Ricardo.
approach for an admonishment. So
Kim is here.
Oh, Dave's there. Okay. Hey, Dave, sorry. Sorry, man. I've been in different courts.
okay. I mean, if it's just for an admonishment, then I can just sit here. Like if it was something contested, it'd be different. But it's just literally it was the judge. It was the one we approached on Monday for the remand, and it's just I guess telling him about.
Do you want me to bring him out?
Yeah, let's bring him out. Can we bring out Mr. Joshua Sweat? Because I did want to talk about the reason why they're asking for an extension. And I talked to the client and I need to bring this up. So,
Not happy?
well, it's part of it. And I think you're saying that he's medically unfit to be transferred. I think that's the reason that.
Right. So I mean, in plain speak, he's detoxing, and medical needs to figure out when they're finished with that before they can even Louisiana can even initiate the transfer. That's the issue, is they can't even tell when they're coming because he's not cleared yet for transport, ironically. So yeah.
So that's something that I want to address with client being here. Yeah, and sorry, I waited till the end on this, Judge, but I've been running around. It's one of those days.
Hey, we're all feeling it. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. I'm tired too. And I still gotta go fix a flat tire, man. I had a flat tire. Come on.
Oh no.
Hey, Judge,
Huh?
you got AAA? You don't have AAA?
No, because you, through your insurance, you have roadside assistance.
Yeah.
I'm not dumbass, forgot to call him though. Hey,
How you doing, sir?
hey, Mr. Sweat.
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, let's talk. You know, I think that you, if I remember correctly, you have a parole violation out of.
Louisiana judge.
No, Michigan, sir.
Yeah,
Or Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. I'm sorry. I conflated two cases.
That's right. He was a Michigander. That's what we were saying. That's right.
Yes.
You know, a lot of times in life, you really have to read the fine print. You got to read what you're signing. A lot of people just sign just because they want to be done with it. Yay, I'm getting on probation. Yay, I'm getting on parole. Let me just sign what I'm going to do. You know, one of the things that you sign in the jurisdiction where you signed, where you refused, or I'm sorry, you waived extradition by signing the document that you agreed to be on. So whether you agreed to get on parole, whether you agreed to be on.
Here's where it gets legally spicy. A pre-signed waiver basically means the defendant has already agreed to return F-called. No negotiating now. Think of it like pre-approving your own get out of jail instructions, but skip a step and you're stuck. This is a subtle but huge detail the audience should catch. Signing documents in Courtroom's just paperwork it's binding, and missing the fine print can cost you weeks or even months behind bars.
Probation, you refused extradition by signing the document in and of itself. And it says there, I will, you know, waive extradition if I ever become a fugitive from justice. You are now a fugitive from justice, meaning that you are wanted out of the other state.
Yes, sir.
So you can't sit here and say, you know what, I want to try to get a bond so I can just go turn myself in. You have already you have what's called a pre-signed waiver. You have already signed.
Yes, that's why I was trying to get back.
We are going to get you back.
Yes,
The
sir.
problem is that sometimes, you know, we give them up to 30 days for them to come get you from Michigan.
I was under the impression it was 14.
In the typical instance where I don't give someone a bond, yeah, but for pre-signed waiver cases, it's 30 days.
Judge, and if I may, that's my argument. When we did all this, we always talk about the practice of 14 days. And so when we originally talked, we reset it out 14 days and we were all basing it on the 14 days. Now, the extension that they're seeking is my understanding because he is detoxing. And at that point, my question is, I talked to him when we talked about the 14 days. We understood each other. He understood me. He seemed fine. I talked to him again today. He seems fine.
And he may be fine now, but when he probably first got here and when everybody was notified, it may have been a different story. He may have been like, you know, just
No,
in
I
the
talked to him.
grounds.
I talked to him when we talked about the waiver, Judge.
Yeah,
This was,
I'd been off my detox medication by the time I signed my waiver. I was no longer on even in any detox medication.
and so my argument, Judge, I get it. And my argument is, hey, he's ready to go. We don't need extra time. Why are we holding him here extra days? Yeah, he signed the pre-signed waiver, but we talked about 14. If they're supposed to be here in 14, that's the practice. He's good to
No,
go.
That's not the practice for pre-signed waivers. It's not right. You know, the 14 days, and understand the 14 days, hold on.
Yes, sir.
The 14 days
Yes, sir.
is us being nice because statutorily, it's 30 days. Even in the instance where if it were a 14-day thing where I'm going to give someone a bond or this or that, statutorily, it's 30 days. We do 14 days because we have so many damn people in jail that we try to get them out as quick as possible. So as a courtesy to you, it's for everybody else, not for pre-signed waiver cases. We, as a courtesy, do 14 days. But in reality, we have 30, or they have 30 to come get you. And
Sure.
then Harris County releases you at that time.
May I say one thing?
Sure.
It would have been 8 days ago, last Tuesday. They told me ATW. I went downstairs. They said Michigan is here to get you. I waited 4 hours and in the holding cell. Then they said, actually, they're not coming. I had to go all the way back to the booking process again. They took my money from my account, put it in a check. I cannot go to commissary, can't go to commissary. And the waiver that I did sign, I did read the fine print, and it said they have 14 days. And if they do not, 10 business days, 14 calendar days. And if not, then they can seek an extension if necessary. My argument, I understand everything you said, and I'm not questioning I know the law more than you, but I did read the fine print.
So hold on, let's find out. Mr. Kim,
Yes, Judge.
what's the good word? Tell me
So
about-
they're supposed to be giving an update this afternoon. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. Yes, I got an email about an hour ago, I want to say, that they should give the final update yesterday, but it's one where obviously they have to medically clear him. You know, I mean, liability alone in terms of, I'm not gonna just, trust that he's good to go until a medical professional tells me that he's good to go for transport, because it's a liability on both, obviously, the sheriff's office side and Michigan side for the transport. We
You
have
want to
had
roll it till
issues.
tomorrow to see what they say?
Well, I mean, that's fine, but it's just for an update, just because, I mean, once the email comes in saying that he's clear, I would obviously relay that over to Ricardo. So, I mean, we can roll over, that's fine, but just rolling it over isn't going to rush their decision because they already have it on the forefront because we've been emailing about it.
Do you
Because
have
it's-
any clue when they're going to get here?
Well, so once he's clear, they can book it. So I believe they said once they clear him, they can get him in.
What do you mean, once they clear him? What does that mean?
Okay.
He's not cleared as of right now?
That's what I mean. Is like right now, medical has not
Look
cleared him
good.
from the Harris County side for Michigan to
I
come
haven't
get
been on
him.
detox medication since the fourth
I have
day.
no idea what that means.
The fourth, I was withdrawing because I take Xanax, and when I came in, they gave me a 5-day detox. I haven't been on detox medication.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow. Who
Okay.
do I need to check in with to see if he clears from medical?
Well, I mean, it's a sheriff's office via Harris Health, but we're already in communication with them. That's what I'm saying. It's like no one's sleeping on this. We've been actively, there's like 4 emails this morning alone. No one is, they're just making sure he's cleared medically. And so there's no magic. It's going to be in 4 hours. It's when medical clears him. And it's not something that I can force, obviously, because it's determinative of his condition, not just the fact that he's off medication. It's the equivalent of going into an ER. They have to observe, they have to make sure he's stable and he's safe for transport. I don't know what that means. And obviously the sheriff's office makes that determination based on safety. So safety, both him and the officers coming to pick him up.
I guess let's do this. Set it for Friday. And I'll reach out to the sheriff's office to see what the heck is going on so they can go interview him to get him cleared as soon as possible.
Okay, I will have this
I
reset
will
for,
email now, figure out, sweat, right?
On me, actually, I did too. Sweat. My understanding when I looked into it, it's the prison that wants you.
Charles Egler reception.
Whatever it
Gathered
was,
Center.
I think I mentioned it to you, like, who is
You said
this?
the Lansing Tether unit, but,
That thing, that's who's asking for you.
but am I going to the
Mr.
county
Kent,
jail?
Day, I'm gonna CC you on this, okay?
yes, Judge.
Give me a second. Hey, Ricardo, what's your email address?
Judge, it's R, last name Laredo.
All right, 832? Okay, I'm CCing you on this as well.
And Judge, my only argument is look at the man. He looks in better health than
No,
I am.
that's why I'm emailing
It
now.
gets on. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm, you know,
I actually have a
Hold
court
on.
date set for the 16th, which would have been the day after my 14th day.
Okay, okay. Well, Judge is doing he's going
Yeah.
above and beyond. He's
I
trying to
appreciate
figure
it.
it out for us as well. So
Thank you.
let's allow an opportunity to do so. So you can hear everybody's trying to figure this out. I mean, everybody sees you.
Yeah.
Judge sees you. I see you.
yet he has been held in custody since when? Is
27th,
Is it-
27th of last month.
that right?
It sounds about right. I saw him.
Either, I don't want to take your word.
Dave, do you have that by chance?
It has shows that he was filed on April 1st. Oh, wait, no, sorry, it's the wrong case.
331.
Oh, sorry, it's 331, yeah.
3:30.
I was held in Pasadena jail till the 20, from the
I'm
27th.
not counting Pasadena.
Okay, okay.
The point we're doing now is you look good. We're trying to make that happen as soon as possible. Get this in the. Yeah, there. But once they clear the start over, and I feel like we're out. Days.
They lost how many days we lost. We're trying to figure it out.
Okay. So let's at least set you 2 days out to make sure, what my feeling is that medical is going to want to talk to you to make sure everything's fine so that you're fit for transport. Once that happens, they can get the fugitive prosecutor to let Michigan know, hey, come get him. And then hopefully they can do it within the allotted time. I've just set the email now. Let's set off for 2 days for Friday and we'll see. And hopefully that gets done.
Is the allotted time being 14 or?
I don't know yet.
Sure.
We're trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I'm not gonna commit to anything at this point because I don't know why they didn't clear you, when they last interviewed you. So there's a lot of other things at play to determine when the day actually is. But be that as it may, we're gonna try to get you out as quick as possible.
Yes, sir.
No one's sleeping on it and no one's waiting for just,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
working on it.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you for.
Thanks for-
Thank you, Judge. I'll reset to Friday. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Mr. Gonzalez Dominguez, you're charged of driving while intoxicated, second offense. Looks like you have worked out an agreement where
For a plea?
it is a true second though, right?
It is a true second, Your Honor. I believe it was just filed as first for whatever reason.
I don't. You're charged with driving while intoxicated, first offense, although it's a second offense. You need to understand that there are very serious consequences with this, Mr. Gonzalez. You now will have 2 DWIs on your record. What happens on the next one?
Próxima. ¿Qué es lo que va a pasar? Deportación. Deportation? No.
If you ever
Sí, usted.
get pulled over again and an officer smells alcohol, you will be charged with driving while intoxicated, third offense, which is a felony offense. You were looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison.
10 años.
Do you understand? If I were you, I would never get into a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol. Otherwise, it's probably not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Usted lo entiende. Yes, sir.
You are giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement today. You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Under federal law, you give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with this forever. Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
Que tenía esa concentración de alcohol más de 0.15.
Sí, señor.
¿Verdad o no verdad?
The
¿Verdad?
agreement is 1 year in jail to be probated for 15 months.
Meses.
You will do a DWI, repeat offender DWI education class. You will do 1 victim impact panel. You will do a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal. If you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you do not, then you're in violation. I'm telling you now, Mr. Gonzalez Dominguez, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my county at all costs. And apparently you have not gotten the message. So now you will be required to pay the DPS supervisory fee and the court costs. You will now be leaving here somewhere in the neighborhood of around $5,000 in fines and fees. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. And if you're not a citizen of this country, you're not here with permission, you go to jail for that kind of time, you will probably get an immigration detainer. Do you understand?
¿Usted lo entiende?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
I'm suspending your
Yes,
ability to
suspended.
drive for 1 year. You must also obtain does he have a portable device now, or what does he have?
SCRAM on right now, Your Honor.
Okay.
We are asking for the portable since he will be.
So once he gets the portable device first, then we can take off the SCRAM device.
Yeah.
I have been paying for all of your devices as of now. Going forth, you will be required to pay for everything. If you fail to pay for it, if the device goes into lockout, so will your probation.
Su libertad de decisión.
You must do a $100 donation to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, 30 hours of community service.
Varias.
Do you have children?
¿Tiene hijos?
No.
No.
Okay. You will be required to do the 30 hours of community service.
Varias.
Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty and I'm going to follow this agreement. How much is the total?
Judge, you said you were gonna do 1 year flat driverless suspension?
Correct.
So with the driverless suspension is 4,900.
No, but it's 45 for the
45.
supervisory, and then what are court costs?
Oh, so the DPS fine is
4,500.
And then the court costs are 420,
How much?
420,
420?
420.
You will now owe $3,920. You will be given a 2-year payment plan to do it. If you fail to pay, like I said, 1 day for every $100 you owe. Somehow we have to get your attention, and I hope this is it, before something drastic happens where you end up with a 50-year sentence. Good luck to you, sir. So you are charged with threatening exhibition or use of a firearm with a school bus. You're facing up to 1 year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement that it's a 6-month deferred. Ms. Uceda, this is the type of probation that if you complete successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
You can't tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You do a probation. If you complete it, there's no conviction on your record.
Oh,
There's a big difference. Do you understand?
yeah, I understand.
Okay. It is extremely important that you complete this successfully, because if you don't, this is a potential crime of violence that will always be used against you in the future. If you ever try to apply for a job, if you ever try to go do something in this life, you will always have to explain this. If it's a conviction, meaning if it goes on your record, that is a very bad thing.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
need to complete this probation.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm gonna waive all your fees. It's never about the money. It's about you showing up on time, not using alcohol, not using drugs, and doing illegal drugs, and doing the classes you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
The recommendation here was for you to do a Thinking for a Change, which is a 16-week class that you go once a week. Mr. Slider has asked for me to give you a different class, which is a effective decision-making class, which is an 8-hour class. I will do it. The other thing she's supposed to do is what else?
It's anger
He's still on an anger management.
I finished that one already.
If it's okay with you, then certificate.
Did she do it?
She did do it.
Yeah, I finished it.
She's done quite a bit since she's been on bond, Judge.
Okay, I will give you credit for anything that you've done.
Mhm.
The only thing that we're asking you to do, stay out of trouble. Don't be in possession of weapons. And I'll make you a deal. If you do really well, I'll take you off in half the time. So if you get everything done, you're nice to everybody, especially the probation officers, because I'm telling you, these people have a really hard job because they deal with a lot of people who aren't nice. And if you aren't nice to the probation officers, they're not going to treat you well and you're going to be right back over them.
Mhm. I understand.
You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test for any behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported. Right. I still have to advise you that if you're not, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization.
But I was.
He's just advising you,
Oh,
just in
okay.
case if you weren't, he's just making sure.
You need to
that
understand that you
understand.
also give up the right to appeal.
Oh.
So what that means is that once you enter into this is a contract that you and I are entering into. If you complete it successfully, we're all happy. If you violate it, though, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail, bring you back out, and you're facing a whole year if you violate this. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Don't pick up any new cases. Do your stuff on time. If there's ever any issues, if you ever have any problems, come back, talk to us, and we can work through anything.
Okay, I understand.
Any questions?
No.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Sorry, I'm very nervous.
No need to be. You know, as long as you do everything well, there's no need to be nervous.
Mhm.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I'm going to wait. I will withhold that for 6 months. Wait for you to do what you need to do.
What I did was a mistake, I know.
Just the idea is that you learn. That's why we have this, so that you learn, so you don't make the mistake again and end up with something worse. Everybody back there in jail, they never learn. They never grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Grow up. What are you doing with yourself now? Did you graduate from high school?
last year.
Boom, this is the life lesson VO. The judge isn't just doling out fines and probations. Practically handing a roadmap for survival, lack of structure equals trouble. And that's exactly why probation isn't just punishment, it's guidance. Think about it, how often do we see these young adults with time on their hands spiral out of control? This is the kind of real-world advice that could save someone from repeating their mistakes.
I graduate.
So what's the plan for the rest of your life?
Next year, I might go to college
Why next year? Why are you waiting?
because they were helping me to get into college. But
Who's they?
like the teacher from high school,
Okay, so what are you doing with yourself now? Nothing.
helping my parents. I know it's nothing, I know.
No, that's not good. You're doing nothing. And the thing is that all you're doing is you're getting older. And if you're not doing anything now, 1 year is going to pass by, 2 years is going to pass by. That's unacceptable.
I might get a
No.
job.
No, you need to get a job. And I'm now making that a condition of as well. You either have to get a job or be in school full time. I'm not going to let you be a bum and do nothing while you're on probation. If you don't get a job, it's not going to go well for you. You need to be productive because when you have too much time on your hands,
Mhm.
you get self-destructive. Bad things happen. You need something to do in this life. Do you understand?
Interesting.
Okay, so I want to know within 3 weeks that she's done something. I'm giving you 3 weeks. If you don't have a bunch of applications in to try to get a job, that's not gonna go well. I want you to start looking.
I applied, but they want like everything. They want social security.
How else are they gonna pay you?
They want it. I don't have such, I do have, but
You do? If you were born here, you do. You just gotta
they
go
want
get a copy
ID,
of
but I
it.
haven't got my ID.
She gotta go get her ID.
I have to go get my ID.
Man, how are you gonna live this life without even an ID? What she say to? No. I'm gonna keep you here. We're gonna work with you to make sure that stuff happens with you. First, I want you to get your ID. You got 2 weeks. After that, we're gonna work on getting your social security card. You got another 2 weeks to get your social security card. After that, we're gonna start working on getting you a job.
Social security.
You got the card?
My mom has it.
Okay, so I want you to go get an ID. You got 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Good
Thank you,
luck.
Judge.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Upshaw. Sir, you're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 5th, 2025, a law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop due to a heavily tinted motor vehicle in Harris County, Texas, and also for the defendant's failure to signal within 100 feet before making its turn. The officer told the defendant to lower his windows for safety. The defendant slightly lowered the rear window, the officer was still unable to see inside the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant again to lower the window. The defendant said he did not have to. The officer observed the defendant acting nervously by breathing heavily and staring at the floorboard of the motor vehicle. The officer told the defendant to step out of the vehicle for safety. The defendant refused. The officer opened the driver's door and told the defendant to step out of the vehicle. The defendant declined again. The officer grabbed the defendant's wrist and attempted to pull the defendant out of the vehicle. The defendant resisted by clenching his fist and pulling his arm away towards his body. And the officer told the defendant to step out again, to which the defendant stated he did not have to. The officer attempted to pull the defendant out of the motor vehicle. The defendant continued to resist by pulling his arm towards his body. The officer was able to pull the defendant outside of the car. The defendant again resisted by clenching both fists and refused to place his hands behind his back by tensing his arms and pulling away. The officer and his partner forced handcuffs onto the defendant in order to perform the arrest.
Mr. Upshaw, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please? See if there's a valid one. The only bond condition I'm placing on you now, sir, is that you're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license, a Texas driver's license, and liability insurance in your name. I'm just asking you to follow the law. If you do not have one or the other, then you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
His license is eligible.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign conditions to that, and then do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to give you time to hire a lawyer, so I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the juror box. I'm going to get you bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and that's it. You're free to go. All right? Please.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here for Mr. Torres. And could we turn the live stream? He's out on bond, yes. And if we could turn the live stream off, please. Okay. This is the old DWI. I'm being appointed to the case today. So I talked to the state and I kind of looked at the procedural history of the case. So he had hired an attorney. He came to court every single time the attorney was hired and was working for him. There was a PTI offer on the table while the attorney was hired. And the attorney basically told Mr. Torres, okay, well, it's going to be this additional money if you want to enter into the PTI program for me to represent you throughout that whole process. And Mr. Torres couldn't afford it. And so the attorney withdrew and Mr. Torres didn't come to court one time. Only one time he didn't
I
come to
have
court.
multiple times that he has not failed, that he's
Where-
failed job.
Okay, where on the district? I looked at the resets and sometimes he was not required to appear and then there was one capias. So I might be misreading, but,
At a county bond.
because I think he was arrested
I see the KP is on 10/8 and then 4/3.
10/8 and then what?
3? No.
He was arrested out of county, so.
Okay, so here's what we'll do is I'll give you some time.
Yes, well, I talked to the state and they're like, we're not opposed to PTI, but you have to reapply, right?
I'm
And,
not going to sit here and wait the 3 months when the case is 332 days old.
Okay.
No, I'll give you 30 days at the max
okay,
for him to have everything done, turned in and ready to go. But I'm not going to sit here and reward someone for.
The judge, only thing I said was to make sure it was clarifying. He was originally auto approved, I pulled that, and now he's gonna require mitigation package
Right.
because of these.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to give him 2 weeks to have the mitigation packet turned in.
okay,
Okay, if he doesn't have it turned in, it's cleared off. And
okay,
then I'm going to put a GPS monitor on him now,
okay.
so we know where he is.
Yeah, and one more thing, Your Honor, just to make the court aware, there is discovery, well, the state doesn't have discovery missing or anything like that, but I want to obviously submit a supplemental breath
Oh,
and toxilizer discovery order. Like, there's very minimal discovery in this case, and so I have no idea what kind of investigation was done on this case prior to my representation, and so I do have concerns that
I looked
there's.
today,
Okay,
I had to expedite it especially.
right, so I'm just saying, like, in 30, I don't know in 30 days what the discovery situation will be, but I intend to file a breath discovery order,
Get it done today.
so.
Come up, Mr. Torres. Regardless, if he's applying for the PTI program, 2 weeks, he must have absolutely everything turned in.
Okay, yeah, it does require the TRAS as well.
Happen after the fact.
Okay,
If he's even,
just the application and the
you must
paperwork,
have
okay.
absolutely everything done within 2 weeks, or I'm not giving you any more resets. For that. Do you understand? Today, you will get a scram on one ankle, you're going to get a GPS monitor, and if you take off again, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You're not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, sure.
Torres, Judge?
No, Joe.
Yeah.
Did you say
Torres,
Christopher?
Last name.
Torres?
Is a-
I thought she said Christopher.
Oh.
That's why. Did you? No? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
It is eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance as well. That is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand? Okay, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.